Just a quick one, guys. We've released our January merch drop, so do browse the new collection. We've got the Mr. Blue Nose tees, along with our Stauncho Meter tees. Do, as I said, browse the collection by going down into the link in the description, or going to rfcclothing.com. Anyway, let's get into today's video. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Okay, so no Rangers pretty much now for nearly a week. It's weird having a free weekend. Of course, we are now into the winter break. However, that isn't stopping the Rangers news coming to you guys. And of course, here on RFC News, we provide you all the updates with regards to not just transfer news, but just in and around the football club itself. In today's video, we do have some huge Scott McKenna to Rangers news, as there has been a big update, whilst also going over all the latest Rangers news from the last 24 hours. Now, you may have seen this one on your social media with regards to Hamilton, and basically they have came out and now issued an apology. Basically, the League One side completed a move for midfielder Williamson, who of course is 22. He's probably the only player that we've actually done a deal for, obviously apart from Fabio Silva. He's a player that's obviously gone the other way, and is a player that of course has joined Hamilton permanently after coming through the youth academy at Rangers. Now, basically, upon obviously signing for the football club, there was an initial post that read, "We are delighted to announce that we have now fully completed the signing of Ben Williamson to Hamilton Academical FC. We have agreed an undisclosed fee with the Glasgow Rangers FC for the player. We thank the GRFC for their cooperation." Basically, this is, didn't really care. I don't think many Rangers fans gave a crap, to be perfectly honest. With regards to what they're saying. Obviously they're trying to put a snide there, or a dig at Rangers, and probably one of their social media admins is from one of the other sides or supports one of the other crappy teams within Scotland, and basically composed that post. However, following that, they probably realised that they are going to burn bridges with Rangers, a club that they could probably use or try and get players for or do business with going forward. As I said, trying to take Rangers unused talents like Ben Williamson on deals. And basically have now came out and issued an apology with regards to it. They said, well, this was John Brown, their chairman. He said, he basically said, Hamilton Academical FC would like to apologise to anyone who was offended with the wording of a recent social media post where we recently delighted to announce the signing of Ben Williamson. They obviously went on to say there was absolutely no intention on our part to cause any upset or imply any disrespect to anyone or any club with our communication. So yeah, they've issued their sort of apology with regards to it. Again, I did see the post. I didn't really give a crap, to be perfectly honest with you. Hamilton for me, irrelevant, but obviously they're the only team that are going to be burning their bridges if they show any sort of disrespect. So they probably jumped the gun quickly to try and issue an apology, but again, I don't really care. I don't think many other Rangers fans actually really care anyway. But it is what it is. Now, over to other stuff with regards to transfer news, guys. In the early part, it's 7 days now into the January transfer window. We've already done a deal for Fabio Silva, as I said, and Ben Williamson's gone the other way. However, we are going to be having a busy transfer window with regards to incomings and, of course, potentially outgoings. In yesterday's video, I spoke of Sam Lammers potentially going down to Sunderland. I spoke about Ridvan Yilmaz being a target for Verona. Josh Doyle could potentially come in the other way. And then, of course, there's other players like Milian Manaus that are being linked to the football club, Lawrence Shankland being linked to the football club, and just other players in and around Europe as well that we've been lightly linked to. However, in terms of actual concrete information, they come from good sources, of course, but in terms of how far we are beyond initial talking points, there's nothing really that close in the pipeline at this moment in time. However, there is a bit of big news with regards to Scott McKenna. Scott McKenna is a player that has been linked in the early part of the January transfer window. Of course, already surplus the requirements. Currently at Nottingham Forest. Hasn't featured for Nottingham Forest since September. And in the build-up to the January transfer window, it was said that Celtic were huge admirers of the player and would try and make a move. However, the big news we have for you with regards to that today, it is claimed that Rangers now won't face any battle with Celtic to land Scott McKenna McKenna. It is claimed that Brendan Rodgers is not interested in a move for the Scotland international. This comes after, as I said, reports on Friday linked both Celtic and Rangers with a January swoop for the Nottingham Forest centre-back. Basically, Sky Sports had first reported a possible loan switch to Glasgow this month, with a view to free transfer deal in the summer upon the expiry of his contract to the Premier League side. McKenna, of course, signed for Forest in September 2020 from Aberdeen, but he has fallen out of favour this season. He has only played 5 times in the Premier League. Of course, ahead of the Euros this summer, the 27-year-old will be aiming to play to ensure he is involved in Steve Clarke's plans for the tournament. But as I stated, guys, now Celtic are out of the race, and the only destination probably now is Ibrox. So if Rangers do want him, Rangers, as I said, won't face any battle from Celtic to get him. Now, I know this one kind of splits the fan base ever so slightly, but I do look at it as though I think he has actually done really well at Nottingham Forest. He's played ever so well for them. Obviously, not really playing as much this season, but a player that knows the Scottish Premiership well. Some would say that he's a Celtic fan. I don't know too much about that. A lot of people saying that he has Celtic links, but regardless, you know, if it's an initial loan, try before you not even try before you buy. But if we got him on loan this month and then got him for a free transfer in the summer, it's a risk-free transfer, and as I said, we can bed him in now on an initial loan and then see what he's like on another 3 transfer. And again, he does 27-year-old. I don't think there's much risk behind it, and I think he's a player that will probably actually work out playing for Rangers. So I would be for this signing, and as I said, the huge news is that Celtic have pulled out of the race for him. We are still credited with interest, and it'll be interesting to see if this one emerges. We are very much interested in a centre-back. A lot of the linked players in the early parts of the January transfer window have been a left-back, a centre-back, a winger, and a striker is our sort of priority. And as I keep on stating, guys, I do think we'll make 3 or 4 additions this January, despite already making 1. So again, Scott McKenna still, as I said, this was reported by Sky Sports and other reputable sources. And now, as I said, we got information, big news, that Celtic have pulled out of the race for him and are interested in doing a deal for him. So yeah, one to watch most certainly. But over to you guys. Would you take Scott McKenna at the football club on an initial loan, and would you like to see him join as a free transfer come the summer, or would you pay for a small fee to try and get him in this January? As I said, let me know down there in the comment section below. I know it's been fairly quiet with regards to business so far. I'm hoping things do heat up a little bit more as we do go further into January, but just be on one thing is for certain, we are going to be making additions, guys. It just might be a little waiting game. By the time we kick off again in the Scottish Cup, I think we'll have all our business done and concluded, maybe bar one, which will probably happen on transfer deadline day. But let's see. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Remember, we do have a brand new January Rangers merch drop, so do browse the new collection by going down into the link in the description or going to rfcclothing.com. Thank you guys, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.